Welcome back to The Ambassadors. I'm thrilled to dive into today's topic with you. Let's get right into it.
Have you ever wondered how a single page of text, something people read every day, can actually build a massive global movement? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to deconstruct a daily devotional, piece by piece, to see the exact steps it uses to take a reader from a single Bible verse all the way to becoming part of a worldwide organization.
And it all starts right here, with this one verse. Now, this isn't just a random quote to kick things off. It's the ideological anchor for everything that's about to come. By setting up this idea of walking by faith, not by sight, the devotional immediately creates a world where what you believe is more important than what you can see or prove. This is the bedrock, the foundation for the entire message.
So, how do they pull it off? How do you get from that single verse to a global network? Well, here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll look at the foundation they lay. Then, we'll get into the core argument. After that, we'll see how they pivot from just believing to actually doing something. And then, how that action gets funneled into a community. And finally, we'll zoom out and look at the whole journey.
All right, first up, the foundation. Before the devotional even gets to its main point for the day, it does something really clever. It places you, the reader, inside a much, much bigger story that's already happening.
Just look at how this is structured. It's like a thematic funnel, right? It starts with this huge year-long theme of double honor, then narrows down to a monthly theme, then to today's specific topic, and finally it lands on one single simple idea for you: trusting God completely. This isn't just about being organized. This creates this powerful feeling that your one small act of trust today is actually the final crucial step in some grand cosmic plan.
So with that grand stage set, the devotional is ready to move into its core argument. It's time to define the big idea for the day. And here it is. They give this concept a name, cross-centered faith. But pay close attention to how it's defined. It's not just about what you believe. It's about what that belief produces: confidence, courage, spiritual boldness. See that shift? It reframes faith from something passive, just a state of mind, into an active tool that you can use for your own empowerment. It's subtle, but it's a game changer.
And to make this tool of faith even more concrete, the devotional lays out these 3 requirements. And that word is important. They aren't suggestions. They're presented as commands, as non-negotiables. So that big abstract idea of faith now becomes a clear 3-step action plan: surrender, trust, and obey. The path forward is getting a whole lot clearer and a lot more specific.
And this slide really gets to the heart of the argument. The devotional is hammering home this point that faith isn't just some internal feeling you have. The relational part, what you believe inside, is completely tied to the practical part, what you do on the outside. You can't have one without the other. The message is pretty clear. If you really trust, you'll prove it with your obedience.
Okay, this brings us to a really crucial turning point. This is the moment where the message stops being a lesson and starts demanding a personal response. This is where it gets real.
And there it is, the pivot. The devotional stops talking at you and starts asking you a direct question. Are you trusting God fully? It's designed to be like a mirror. It forces you to stop just passively reading and to start actively looking at your own life. Suddenly the message isn't just on the page anymore, it's inside your head.
But you don't get much time to just think about that question, because right away the devotional demands an answer, and it wants that answer in the form of a command. Declare that your life will be guided by faith. This is such a critical step. It builds a bridge from your internal thought to an external action, even if that first action is just saying some words out loud. Now, to make that commitment as simple as possible, they literally give you the script. This guided prayer wraps up all the core ideas we've been talking about: faith, trust, obedience, into a simple, ready-to-use package. By giving you the words to say, it removes all the friction. It makes saying yes to this commitment almost effortless. The path isn't just clear anymore, it's paved.
All right, so the individual's commitment is locked in, and now the devotional makes its biggest move. The focus is about to explode outward, from your own private faith to your public role in a global organization. The scale is about to get a whole lot bigger.
And I mean, wow, talk about scale. Operation 500 million souls for Christ. That is a staggering number. This is not your local church's bake sale. This is a massive global mission. And you, the reader, who just a second ago made a quiet personal commitment, are now being invited to plug that new energy into something truly epic. Your personal faith has just been given a global purpose.
So how do you join in? Well, they give you this brilliant menu of options. There's an on-ramp for literally every level of commitment. You can start small, just follow them on social media. Or you can go all in and become a volunteer, or even a financial supporter, which, by the way, they strategically call being a kingdom investor. It's smart because by offering so many different ways to get involved, they make it incredibly likely that you'll do something.
This is such a powerful visual. By showing you these synchronized prayer times all across the globe, Nigeria, the US, the UK, India, the text drives home the idea that this is a connected, unified community. It's telling you that when you pray, you are not alone. You're actually part of this huge, coordinated, worldwide effort happening right now.
Okay, so let's take a breath and pull all of this together. Let's recap the entire journey we've just walked through.
What we've really seen here is a super efficient 5-stage funnel. It starts with the authority of Scripture. Then it creates its own unique theological brand. It makes you internalize it with a personal question. It gets you to lock it in with a specific action. And finally, it channels all that individual energy into a global community. It's a masterclass in moving someone from just passively believing to actively participating.
And that brings us right back where we started. But now we have the answer. How does a daily message build a worldwide community? It does it with a deliberate psychological architecture. And this structure, this blueprint, it isn't just for religious texts. It's for any message that wants to do more than just inform. It wants to transform belief into action. It shows us that the most powerful messages don't just give you an idea. They give you a clear path to...
Thank you for watching. Please share, like, and comment. Your host, God's servant, David F. Noifulu.